What's up, everybody? Hope you're doing good. It's a beautiful day. Not so beautiful today. It's very cold, but it's kind of getting warmer, you see. So you sort of lie to yourself to say it's a beautiful day. But yeah, it's very cold, but it's getting warmer. So we're getting there. First of all, before we start, please do this. You know the drill. Guys, don't let me tell you what to do, please. I shouldn't have to tell you what to do. Join the crew. It's always a great pleasure to have you. So let's build this community together. All right, so we're talking today about Uganda. Very interesting situation in Uganda right now. Some Chinese nationals did some crazy things. So we're going to watch very quickly and I'll make a comment after. Let's go.
This is the home of the 37 Chinese nationals who were on Friday charged with possession of suspected stolen items at Buganda Road Court. This follows an ongoing police probe that unveiled the racket after concerns by some neighbors. The raid showed motherboards of used phones and laptops, reportedly stolen in Uganda, then repackaged
Chinese
and exported to China.
And these motherboards for the phones we suspect were snatched from Ugandans.
Chinese are very, very malicious.
There were also wildlife exhibits like tortoises, pangolin scales and fish maw also recovered from this house. This is not a phone processing plant, but a makeshift control room with over 2,000 phones.
A makeshift control room with over 2,000 phones.
Each connected with a Ugandan SIM card in the names of certain individuals.
Wow.
Several Airtel and MTN new lines are visible. So far, police investigations show that these are used for financial crime, especially on the WeChat social media.
We note that these phones were connected to an online platform called WeChat. This is basically a Chinese-owned platform, and it is used for messaging and financial transactions. Now, the preliminary investigations we've had.
So these guys have created a full lab, like a full-blown lab in Uganda. They've left China, they've come to Uganda, create a full-blown lab to attack Chinese national. Let's watch.
Indicated that there were so many financial transactions done on that WeChat. And basically the targets were Chinese. Whether there are some other transactions that have been done that compromise our financial institutions and even security generally. There is also something we have also noticed, that all these telephones which are up are bearing the Ugandan telephone lines of Airtel majorly, with over 1,895 SIM cards, and also MTN.
1,895 SIM cards.
According to police, some of these suspects were also transacting business without work permits, as many entered the country using visitor's visa.
Again, fellas, this is textbook. This is not new, okay? These type of situations and engagements are not new at all. So basically, we have a situation here where Chinese nationals come to Africa, precisely in Uganda in this moment. 37 of them were arrested in the same place, same house, and they stay there. Yeah, that's what Chinese do most of the time. They come and rent an house, they will rent a house, and if there's 20 of them will stay in the same house. Yeah, they don't waste money, they don't waste resources. 37 Chinese nationals arrested at this place, where they created a lab for hacking, a lab for stealing money from people, a hub to do wrong, negatively. And out of 2,000 sub phones with all registered on the name of Ugandans. Now, how do they do that? You will ask, how come Ugandans are participating in this, whatever? Surely they don't know, they don't understand the system, okay? Before you get a SIM card, you must give a name. You must put a face, okay? And if the Chinese nationals were doing something legal, they'll certainly put their own faces there. But they need 2,000 cell phones to activate their, scam machine, whatever, to hack people's account and steal money. Therefore, they will need anonymous local people who are authorized to get the SIM card. Obviously, they just come here. Let's give you 100,000 shillings, equivalent of $5. Okay, you're gonna get me a SIM card and you keep the money, okay? And the guy that doesn't have money, he doesn't have 100,000 shillings, what does he say? Who's living in poverty, in difficulties? Obviously, in every place in the world, you find people living in poverty. Uganda has people that are rich. They're also poor, like in any other country in the world. So when you see somebody that's poor, who needs money, you say to him, okay, I'm going to give you $5 or $10 or $20. Get me a SIM card. Or by the way, go find one of your friends as well to get me a SIM card. They're going to do it. Now, they use this lab to create applications that you click online, for instance, subscription. Sometimes you have your cell phone and you see a number, a bulk message. I don't know if it has happened to you before to see a bulk message from nowhere. Please click here to play our game. Yeah. Once you click that to play the game, it doesn't say they're going to start cutting $10 a month, every month for playing the game. So you probably took the cell phone, click one time, play the game, or maybe you didn't even play the game. Now, every month out of your account, $10 is going. And you will never know because most people don't pay attention. And because in Africa, most people have pay as you go. So it's not necessarily scrutinized by the mobile company. Pay as you go is you put money in the cell phone, then you start using the cell phone. Now, if you put more than $10 and at the end of the month they catch you $10, you will not notice that. It's not very easy to notice that they're taking money from you. Now, they've been doing this for years and years and years in hundreds of thousands of cell phones, stealing from Africans for a long time. Can you just sum up and imagine how much money they've stolen already? And this is what they do. They come from wherever they come from. They come rent a house, a big house. They come, most of them, they buy SIM cards, they install cell phones, they start installing Trojans, they start sending messages, SMSs to cell phones, join the game, subscribe to the game, subscribe to the whatever, subscribe to the pictures that are of naked people, and sometimes you see this ad and they say to you, in order for you to unsubscribe, click here. So it means if you don't unsubscribe, you subscribe. At the end of the month, they're taking money from you every time. And you don't notice it, and that's what they like. Since some of the best stealing are done when people are stealing in a way that they cannot be noticed. Because once you start noticing this thief, he's not a thief anymore. He's a prisoner in the making. So very interesting. They got arrested, got apprehended by the security community of the Ugandans. They're very good, working very hard, getting better and better with time. They're getting better at clamping these criminals. So the lesson here for me is Africans need to stop being delusional. Stop being too good. Okay, we are too friendly, too welcoming. We let everybody come into our countries with no issue, no difficulties. Yeah, that's how we are. And that's the reason perhaps why when they first came preaching us gospel, we were too naive and they transformed from gospel to go work in the Caribbean. And we're not going to pay you for that. And you will never see your mom anymore, by the way. Yeah, because we are too welcoming, too friendly, too blind to see things. We don't scrutinize. We don't pay attention to details. We think everything is a party. It's happy. Welcome to our country. We need to stop that. African nations need to invest into information security because this is the world we're moving in right now. People that have the best cybersecurity movement, cybersecurity communities will be the most feared community in the world. We let people come in our countries with no difficulties. Lebanese come, no issues. But you go to Lebanon, see how they're going to treat you. Yeah, Indians come, no difficulty. Welcome, open your shop. But you go to India and see. And again, these people in China, if you in Africa to be arrested in China like this, I'm not going to tell you what they're going to do to you. China don't play. They don't. If in China you do things, you're gone. China, Philippines, Myanmar, you're gone. It's only Africa where they allow them to do what they want. And sometimes they even want to fight the police and people don't do anything about it. I don't know. It's like a fear of a different type of skin type. I don't get it. But props to Ugandan security for doing what they had to do to clamp down on these criminals who are coming to lie to us. And the bottom line is we tend to think that every Chinese that comes to the African continent is coming to invest. Yes, they're coming to invest for themselves, even if that includes stealing and taking away from you. We need to be clever. God bless.